Hey, what's up, guys? It's Mikey here, and welcome back into another video. And for today's video, it's going to be a little. I want to keep this short because I know I'm a little bit late, but I have a good reason for that, and it's because I literally almost died like twice on a road trip to Florida for a dentist appointment. But let me explain. So basically, I have a dentist appointment that I go to every 5 or 6 weeks, and I'm trying to get these braces off. And my office that I usually go to does not have any other offices outside of that state. So what I have to do is every time, in a once in a while, I go from Ohio to Florida, and the drive there is awesome because driving through Kentucky, Tennessee, South Carolina, Georgia, into Florida, it's amazing. I get to see the sights, the lovely cars, the people, the squiggly roads, the questionable back roads. Yeah, I get to see all of it. And not to say that that's not fun, it's the fact that coming back from the drive, like the drive to there is amazing. The drive from there is the problem. Basically, when I was leaving Florida, um, I was just like on the phone snapping with somebody, and then all of a sudden I look in the rear view mirror and I see a white car speeding, gunning towards me. And I'm like, oh crap, what do I do? Because in my head, it was a split millisecond, but the guy decided to swerve. And let me tell you, I'm still shook to this day about this situation. He swerved. He was about to go into a ditch, which should have been the best option for him, except for the fact that there was trees on the highway. The reason why he was about to crash into me was because there's traffic in the highway, and so the entrance to the highway was kind of backed up a little bit. So, as he's coming speeding and thinking he's gonna get on the freeway as fast as possible, he sees that the cars aren't moving. He swerves into a ditch, but he doesn't go all the way in. Like he doesn't go into the ditch. He only swerves like half of his car on the side of the road, swerves back into the road, which was probably the worst decision he could have made in that situation, and ends up rear ending, like he was this close to rear ending me. But since I was slowly moving forward, the semi truck that was parked right on the side of the road that wasn't moving at all, that's what he smacked into. Now I pray to God that he is okay, because there is no ill will or animosity in this situation. I was just simply waiting to get on the road, and there's traffic, like there always is at 4 o'clock p.m. in the afternoon for Florida. And he just smacks into the semi, and he was this close. Like, when I tell you only the edge of his car got clipped off of that semi, if he fully swerved back into the road, my car, the back of my car would have been gone, and I probably would have had a synopsis from YouTube. So that was the first instance that shook me up. After that, after finally I mean I I wish I could have done something, but the thing is, I had to get back home. And I know he has or they have a home to go to as well, but what do you do in that situation where someone right next to you crashes? I'm not like Midoriya jumping into these situations trying to help whoever you know is in trouble, cuz usually there are people out there to help with that. And I'm just trying to get home. I'm just a 21-year-old. I don't know what to do in that situation. And 21. I'm 22. Oh my god. Um and like after like getting on the highway and actually being like processing this what happened in that situation, I'm just left baffled at how quick that was. It was insane, and how close that was for me being in a situation like that. Like the last car crash I can remember was somewhere in Still in Florida, but I was like 7 at the time, and it was my mom driving the car. She got rear-ended as well, and I was in there. And what happened after that was we got free massages and then nothing else after that. Um, so I think that was pretty lucky for me to get out of that situation. But not only that, um 12 hours into the drive. No, I should remember what actually happened instead of saying just 12 hours because I cannot go 12 hours driving. So for the first full 8 hours, I was tired, yes. So I took a break at one of my best friend's house. She lives in Georgia. Love her to death. But she allowed me to stay at her house to have a break and just, chill, have fun, catch up with each other, and meet her fiance, which congratulations to them. Hope it works out. Um but knowing me and knowing that I have 8 hours left on the drive, I decided to only stay for about 2.5, maybe 3 hours of sleep with them. So we catched up for like 30 minutes for or to an hour, and then after I took a little nap, I was back up at 3:30 in the morning, like very very early morning. And so after, I would say, like 4 hours, no, because it's still morning. Yeah, I would say 4 hours into the drive, and the sun is still not up because I think it's like daylight saving times or whatever. The sun doesn't rise until like 7 maybe. But while I'm on that drive, I'm getting tired, and this ain't the tiredness that you'd get from like working all day. I truly thought that a 2 hour nap was going to refresh me. I had some monsters in the car that I was drinking too. Blasting loud music didn't even hurt. Didn't even hurt. Blasting loud music didn't even work too. Um, so the thing was, I was getting narcoleptic while I was driving, and it was the scariest part because yes, you can nod off while you're driving, you're still okay. But when you fully like nod off and your body refuses to wake up, that is the most scariest situation to be in. Cause my car, thankfully, I have a semi self-driving car. It's a Honda Civic. And it works, it allows me to not worry about steering as long as I'm, holding the steering wheel and both hands are on the steering wheel. And so I'm trying to drive, I'm trying to stay focused, trying to slap myself awake, trying to drink a monster, stay awake. I drank like 3 monsters that night just to stay awake, and it did not help. I think the monsters were forcing me to crash, which is why I was so narcoleptic on the drive. But moreover, in the situation, 4 hours in, I am in the middle of the road, right? Because I don't want to, I'm nodding off. So, in the worst case scenario, I hit someone, we can get our insurances on that. It's okay. But at night, pretty much the roads are pretty much empty. So, I'm in Kentucky right now, nodding off really badly, like one after the other. And sometimes I don't even nod off. It's like I sleep with my eyes open. That is, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like you're there, you're conscious, and then all of a sudden you're out of zone, and then you're out of focus, and your eyes are like this for how out of focus you are, and all you can see is like what your brain is trying to imagine when it's sleeping, like because your brain is having micro naps, or well, my brain was having micro naps. So because that happened, and I fully was like, I think I was gone for like 2 minutes, which is a lot for a drive. If you are gone while driving 60 miles an hour for 2 minutes and you're just out of your headspace, you're not there controlling the car consciously. I found myself almost steering off the side of the road. And not only that, the guardrail was right in front of me, right there in front of me. And so I had to make a choice. In that split second, when I regained my consciousness, my first instinct was to swerve right back onto the road. As soon as I heard which side I'm crushing leaves and stuff like that, and keep in mind, there's a dip. Well, if you go fully off the highway, there's a dip. So, as soon as I heard what side my leaves were crushing on, hands were, and I missed the guardrail by inches. Inches. And the semi trucks that were in front of me, like, were witnessing everything that was happening. And so they all started honking their horns at me. Thank God for them. Thank God for them, because they helped me to realize, yo, we need to take a break. So as soon as I am fully awake and my brain just processed what the freak I just did, I get full body chills. Full body chills. I kid you not. Hands on the wheel. I lift my hand up. It's shaking. It was shaking so violently. I had no control over it. My brain was like, "Oh my god, we almost just kicked the bucket. We need to take the first exit we come across and just ride it out." Not like keep on driving. Just like take a nap, wait for the sun to come up. We need that melatonin, or yeah, we need that melatonin from the sun to wake us up, because we are not doing it ourselves with the monster, the loud music, not even pinching. Not even pinching would work to wake me up. So, apart from all that, after I actually fully rested, that's when I was able to make the drive home. But we weren't done after that. Well, we're done with the dangerous situations. I'm finally off the road. I could never be better. Um, but afterwards, it's the fact that your brain is still your every part of your body is still recovering from having to not sleep for 32 hours, or well, only sleeping for like 3 to 6 hours for 32 hours straight, for a total of 32 hours. And it's crazy how I made it back. Like, I truly am lucky to be here, and I feel like God has given me a goal to work towards, which is why he didn't say for me to see him sooner, which thankfully he was telling me it's not my time and I need to stay focused. So, with that being said, we are back. We are better than ever. I have fully recovered. I needed like a couple days to like actually process what just happened, what I need to say on camera, what I'm going to do next, and tell my job, like, hey, I need a synopsis, or I need a break right now. I'm going to chill out, recover my sleep that I lost at, a normal schedule, because I don't want to sleep in the middle of the day and then wake up in the middle of the night. Like, who does that? A lot of people. But we are better than ever. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be back home and safe. I am hoping that everyone else that was around me at the time is also safe and doing well. Um, but yeah, I feel horrible in that situation for the person in the white vehicle. I didn't see what they looked like, because I think their car was fully tinted. But um yeah, that's all I gotta say. Moral of the story is, gotta stay vigilant and focused out there, because you never know when your last day, hour, minute, second, your last breath, it all can just be taken away like that. And I'm so glad. I'm so glad I've been given this opportunity to come back home and actually tell my story. Thank you guys.